Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 107th episode of the longest tenured Denver Nuggets spin-off podcast in the world. Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets' Serbian Corner. My name is Miroslav, and before we begin, please let me remind you to like the video on YouTube, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the DNVR Sports YouTube channel and DNVR Nuggets podcast channel. The audio version is perfect for your commute or to make your office/home office time more bearable. If you want to support the show more directly, you can become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/MiroslavCuk, just like my Seco tier supporters, Peter Plummer and Daniel Lynch. The week behind us began with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing was going on in the Nuggets universe, as it shouldn't. It's freaking September. So, what are you doing here today, Miroslav, you might ask? Well, I perfectly timed this show with Jamal Murray's extension, which happened an hour ago. And also I'm hanging out with some friends of mine, and I do have an all-star ensemble today. First, last week's champion, my fellow countryman turned Nebraskian, soon to be turned Oregonian, if that's a word. He decided not to stay in education, so he's taking his PhD to work in the industry where he can make much more money, almost NBA two-way contract kind of money. I'm kidding. Far from NBA two-way, but still pretty good. He's also a master of box and one defense and virtuoso of double horns, my former co-host, Voja Medić. What up, Voja?
Hey, Miroslav. That's a big intro. Hopefully my computer won't die. I was texting you behind the scenes. Something's happening to it battery-wise. So if I cut out, you know why. Glad to see you.
Yeah, it's going to be similar to my first appearance on the NBA show when my battery died on my laptop because I was too far away from the socket. But I digress. Let me introduce my next guest for today. He is a true champion. He dominated last year's Denver Nuggets Trivia GameShow. But since this show is pretty similar to FIBA championships, he gets nothing for it this season. He has to start from the qualifiers. He is a Denver Nuggets Twitter receipts Weltmeister and one of the biggest Nikola Jokic stands in Florida. It's Wade. Welcome back to the show, Wade.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Happy to be back.
So, can you describe the roller coaster of emotions you got in the last hour? Was there a roller coaster, or is it just expected news?
We
were all waiting for.
Yeah, expected news for me. It just kind of took much longer than, I would have wanted it to. But it was kind of just not a if it happens, but when it happens. I'm just glad the season didn't start and then, and that still be up in the air. So I feel a little bit relieved, but, now he has to live up to that contract. So we'll see.
Okay, we'll dive into it more in a second. Last but not least, my last guy for today is a co-host of a delightful Denver Nuggets podcast called Four Corners, together with another legend, Ray Hackshaw. He is also a Coast Guard yeoman in Homer, Alaska, and Voja's fellow tall man, Peter Martin Plummer. Welcome back to the show, PMP.
What's up, Miroslav? Beautiful day here in Homer, Alaska. On this prime Saturday. Today's a historic day. I got 3 facts for you. I believe this is the first time you've got somebody joining you from the Alaskan time zone. So congratulations on breaking, more Serbian Corner records. Number 2, the dynamic duo of Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray will continue. So that's exciting for Nuggets fans. And of course, most importantly, number 3, the Colorado Buffaloes going to face the big bad red Nebraska Cornhuskers today. They've won 3 in a row. Miroslav, you're good luck. We've never beaten them 4 times in a row. You know what time it is.
It's so fun. It's so funny because we all agreed on 2 p.m. starting time, mountain time zone, and none of us are in that mountain time zone. So Wade is in the Eastern time zone. Voja is in the Central time zone. I'm in the Central European time zone, and Pete, you're like in a sub West Coast. So I don't know what you call the time zone Alaska is on. So
it's actually called the Alaskan time zone.
It's Russia. That's what it's called.
Yeah, just 1 hour from Russia, I'm guessing. Okay, so guys, we've all heard the news. An hour and 15 minutes ago, there was a Voja bomb saying that Jamal Murray signed finally the 4-year max extension, almost $209 million, which will keep him on the Nuggets for the next 5 seasons because he already had the contract for this upcoming season. So basically what Harrison Wind said is that this will keep Jamal Murray on the Nuggets for the rest of Nikola Jokic's prime, which is kind of like, I'm not sure, man. Like, Jokic is going to be 34 by the end of this Jamal Murray's contract. Let's pump the brakes on the end of prime talks just yet. We'll see. He might be right. Voja, did you expect this to happen this week, or were you annoyed that didn't happen before?
This is like classic Kroenke stealing the thunder from the Colorado Buffaloes on this day. I mean, I didn't know it was Saturday. Like, it's just a random day. Usually, like, I don't know, if Sunday you have like the whole week to talk about it for content-wise if they wanted to bring some noise. Maybe someone was saying on Twitter, I saw like a comment, maybe the Zach Lowe spurning the fire that like Malone and Booth are not getting along is now like the front office had to like do something splashy, I guess. I had no idea. We've talked last week. I'm like, we had no idea when was it going to happen? Why was it taking so long? Was it wording about some wording in the contract? But either way, like, we knew it was coming. That's why it's kind of funny. Like, it's a news, but is it like really?
Wade, what are your feelings about what just happened?
I'm feeling good about it. It's fun looking at the comments. It's hilarious. I should go and try to grab some receipts from the negative takes, but I mean, but it's kind of fair. You know, he didn't have a good run last year, but you know, he wasn't 100% either. But part of that is I don't think he prepared for the season the way he should have, especially with his injury history. So, you know, I'm happy because like they won a championship, and as a Nuggets fan, it's never happened before. So, you know, if that's the only one they win, you know, I'm probably in the minority on this. Like, you know, we got to see one with this group. You know, hopefully the next era can get more. But you know, he wasn't healthy, so seeing him and Jokic together healthy, we've seen what they can do. So I'm banking on that for next year or for the next 4 or 5 years.
So, Pete, Adam Mares mentioned on the show that just ended on this same channel that Jamal Murray is probably the first player in NBA history who is getting his second max contract without any All-Star or All-NBA appearances. And at first I thought, wait, Mike Conley? But yeah, that was only one max contract for Mike Conley. I remember when he got it without an All-Star berth. And I was back then like, Mike Conley, really? 150 million for Mike Conley? But yeah, and actually Mike Conley got the All-Star berth at the end, but he was already not on a max contract at that point, I believe. So, Pete, it is reported that there are no incentives, no player option, no team option or whatever on this contract. Do you think that's a fair value, or is it just something the Nuggets needed to do and just go on with their team building?
Absolutely. I mean, there was no plan B here. So, you know, it'd be a scarier contract if the Nuggets were still looking for their first title, but we've already got proof of concept here. You know, Jamal was good enough to be the number 2 on a championship team. You know, I know a lot of fans were upset with how he played in the playoffs this year, but you know, if he's healthy, they might get through Minnesota. I think the bigger questions are still with the rest of the roster. Like, if Jamal's healthy, I'm not worried about him being good enough. So, you know, obviously the money on the contract is big. and it kind of, gives you less room for error on the other things. But, as frustrated as some Nuggets fans are with the offseason, I feel like Booth, for the most part, has still sort of kept his powder dry. There's the Nuggets. Nobody would call the Nuggets all in this year. I mean, I know the Hoop Collective said there's like more pressure on them than almost any other team, which that's fine. But I still feel like they have flexibility if they need to.
Voja, going forward, the Nuggets are going to pay Nikola and Jamal a combined $100 million plus, which is insanity. Like
NFL salary roster.
Yeah, I read about NFL max contract extensions. I always laugh at them, like when you get like Emmanuel Quickly kind of money for the top NFL players.
Yeah, no.
But $100 million for these two guys means that some of the other high paid guys might not be on the team going forward. Do you think this could have a ripple effect on Aaron Gordon's contract 12 months from now?
I hope. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do because he's eligible on the 27th. So if you want to do like the chemistry thing, you sign him this year to an extension and just say, "Let's do it." Like we, as Peter said, like we have proof of concept. Like with these four guys, that should be enough to be okay. We move forward. But if they wait and want to do next summer, and then you have the whole season, and it's subpar, then it probably. I mean, then it's probably going to be some major shifts. Like I wouldn't. At that point, I wouldn't be shocked like seeing Michael Porter trades for a penny on the dollar to get rid of the salary. Aaron Gordon's probably not getting extended like to the money that he probably should get based on his flexibility as a position, as a multiple position player on defense. It's this $100 million is crazy. I mean, this is what the CBA is, and that's been building since I think probably since LeBron left Cleveland for Miami. They've been inputting these clauses of like how much percent a certain player can get from his home team. And that's why when we did like extensive podcasts like that year when they won, we were like, okay, this, for me at least, it was now or never kind of to cash in on the not everything kicking in yet into big bucks. And now, as Peter said again, small margin of error. Like now you got it. That's why it was kind of tricky that like the Booth was giving second rounders these long-term deals, because you really have to hit on those. I mean, and if they do hit, like then you're set for a Golden State type of run without actually being lucky with the salary cap spike those couple of years. We'll see. I mean, honestly, since I'm in with Wade, like they won the title, like now it's just like, first world problems kind of situation. Oh, now they got to win 2 or 3. Like that's what we're arguing about. It's, we're not in the slums anymore with 0 title teams. So I don't know. It's small margin of error. I could see Porter being like ousted at some point, especially if Kroenke see like there's no point of paying $200 million tax, because we know they're businessmen. It's not like just dumping money into like a new ownership situation like HBO or the Celtics when they get sold. It is what it is. I mean, we expect it again. Like I don't mind it. Like I want them to retire altogether. Honestly, like I don't even care if they don't win any more titles. If they're competitive enough, give us good basketball in it all together. Like I'm kind of like romantic about basketball in that way. I wouldn't be a problem to me. And it's not our money to like complain about, oh, he's earning $50 million but playing subpar. Like, it is what it is.
So I'm completely on the same page with you about the team success and not the individual stats or stuff like that. Wade, I don't want to ask you what kind of production do you expect from Jamal going forward for him to justify the huge deal he just got. I wonder what is the minimum of team success you would expect from them, so we could call this a good contract and a proof of concept that actually worked.
That's actually a good question. I mean, then they can't miss the playoffs, of course. I see Western Conference Finals at least 2 out of the 5 years, maybe 1 finals appearance. I think that should be the minimum, at least getting back to the finals. Because, like Voja said, it's the rest of the roster that we really have to worry about. I think Pete said the same thing. If we can hit on those, or if the player development works out the way that we all want it to, I see them at least making one more trip back representing the West. And a couple trips back to the conference finals out of these next 5 years, you know, because you also got the game plan for health. You know, it's also you got to get lucky.
What do you say, Pete? Would you be still fine with this contract if the Nuggets do not win a championship in next 5 years?
Absolutely. I mean, I think you know me pretty well by now. I'm a sports loyalist, so I've really enjoyed rooting for the Nuggets ever, you know, the whole Jokic era, really. I mean, how they mostly kept the core together as long as they could, you know, in the Tim Connelly era. And then as soon as he left, they, you know, they made a couple of key trades that helped them win the title. But for the most part, I think continuity is good. I think, you know, Aaron Gordon has really changed his game to be sort of a perfect role player for Jokic. You know, not a lot of people knew that he was going to be able to do that. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of was thinking on my drive back from the gym today, like, it just seeing Jokic and Murray together, it just feels right. You know, it's kind of like Stockton and Malone, but they actually won a ring. So I want to see those guys continue to play together, you know, and go down as the best duo in Nuggets history. I think they probably already are, but yeah, I'm with Wade. Like, I'm just excited to watch these guys. I'd much rather root for our guys than, like, you know, have a mercenary come in to help you win another ring.
Yeah. So to put the bow on, to put a bow on this Jamal Murray contract saga, I'm just gonna say last week I said that I expected this to be finished by Wednesday, and it wasn't. And then I said they will probably wait until the training camp to do it, and they did it today. So the big thing to take from it is never trust my thoughts. This one. Okay, so it is time for our first break, and please let me tell you about the Empire Today. If you need to redo your flooring, look no further. When I was in Denver earlier this year, I remember visiting a friend's house and I saw this beautiful hardwood floor and I thought, wow, what a beauty. And they told me it was Empire Today. So I'm really glad to be able to do the Empire Today read today. With Empire Today, you get a shop-at-home convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and price match guarantee. Empire Today is the best place to get new flooring, so of course they have copycats. But they can't beat them with quality, service, or speed, so they advertise low-quality products that Empire Today simply won't carry. Empire Today won't promise you the lowest prices because anyone who does that is putting flooring in your home that they wouldn't put in theirs. Empire Today keeps shopping for floors simple with curated product selection. Their philosophy is to help you find what you need, not overwhelm you with thousands of choices and substitutes. What they leave out of their selection is as important as what they put in. Empire's product team exhaustively combs through thousands of product samples each year to find the perfect styles. Their virtual floor designer is a great way to see how new floors will look in any space. It's easy, just snap a picture and instantly see how the new floors will look in your room. Shopping for floor at a big box store can be frustrating. You might talk to somebody today who was working in plumbing yesterday. Flooring is all Empire Today does. They live and breathe flooring, so you can be confident you're getting honest, upfront advice. They pride themselves on convenient shop and home service. They help customers shop for floors where they use their floors so they can see exactly what their new floors will look like in their home's lighting and decor, so they can make an informed decision. They service their own warranties. If an issue does arise, just call Empire. They service all warranties themselves. You won't have to track down a manufacturer's phone number. Schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use the promo code DNVR. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/DNVR for details. Okay, we are back. And I did promise to people we'll be talking about Peyton Watson on this show, but I don't want to steal too much time from the game show, so we'll move that subject for next week. So it is time to put in our good old reliable presentation. So, the first game we're gonna play is a tiebreaker game, just like every time around. And Voja is our champion from last week, so he will have the first crack at this week's tiebreaker game. So the game is called "Let Me AOL That for You." I believe AOL means America Online, but I might be wrong. It is a term from 30 years ago. Maybe they've changed it somehow since then. So Voja. The question I typed in the AOL search engine this week is, when did the Denver Nuggets, and then try to fill in the blanks. What are the questions AOL expects you to type in? There are 6 possible answers here, so try to guess one of those.
So I'm starting first. Let's go win the championship.
When did the Nuggets win the championship? That is number 2, so that's 5 points for Voja. Very good. Now we go to Pete, because this is alphabetical by first name. So, Pete, what is your guess here?
When did the Denver Nuggets join the NBA?
That is excellent guess. It is number 6 on the list, so that will be 1 point for Pete. Okay, wait.
Wow. Those are the first 2 that I was. I should have used my real name for this, huh? I probably went second. When did the Denver Nuggets move to Denver?
Yes, move to Denver. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere here. No, it's not on the list. Sorry, Wade. Sorry to put your hopes up. Voja.
This might be the number 1. When did the Nuggets draft Jokic?
That would be a smart question, but we are talking about AOL. So no.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I have no idea how AOL is good or not.
Yeah, we got to go demographic. Who still uses it?
When did the Denver Nuggets draft Carmelo?
Not on the list. That's
AOL
clever
question. Definitely
clever
2003.
Yeah, but this is not Alta Vista. Come on. Okay, back to Wade.
When did the Denver Nuggets have the worst record in the league?
I like the way you're thinking, but it is not on the list. We are doing one more round. Voja.
See, when did the Nuggets get founded?
Yes, I will accept this answer. This is number 5 on the list. It says, when did the Denver Nuggets start? So that is 2 points for Voja. Okay, Pete?
When did the Denver Nuggets host the All-Star game?
You're too plugged in, man.
Did they? I don't remember that. It's possible that it happened at some point in time.
2005.
Yeah, they hold it. They did.
Oh, 20 years ago. Cool. Wait. Last chance.
Oh man. When did the Denver Nuggets lose?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's actually smart. It's not on the list. I will show you now all the
It's
answers.
got to be some simple stuff like that.
Yeah, simple stuff.
Yeah. So the
Become
number
a team.
1 was become a team.
Well, that's why
Number
that was
2
like, didn't I say that become founded?
Yeah, but this is I equivalent it to start. So number 2 was win a championship. Listen to this one. When did the Denver Nuggets play again? Like what? Check your grammar, AOL.
Yeah, it's not even.
When did the Denver Nuggets change their logo? Like when was the last time somebody thought about that? When did the Nuggets start? And when did the Denver Nuggets join the NBA? So that was the last. Nevertheless, Voja has the most points in this game. So Voja gets the tiebreaker. And if everybody gets the same number of wins in games, Voja will be the winner. By the way, if Voja defends his championship today, he will not be joining us next week because 2 wins is the maximum I'm allowing. And the second best player will be the champion of this game and also go to the semifinals. So you guys, I mean, this is something that goes for every show. I don't know why is this the first time I mentioned it. Maybe I just trust Voja a lot. Okay, let's go to game number 1 for today, and Voja will start as a champion of the previous game. Game is called Nuggets Players with the most 20-point games since 2015-2016 regular season and playoffs combined. Now, I'm not gonna make you guess which guy has the most. I'm gonna make you guess the exact number of 20-point games by the next 9 guys. Now, I will give you one help. These are the 9 guys, and this is not in alphabetical order. We are starting with the guy with the least number of 20-point games, and we'll end up with Nikola Jokic as the guy with the most 20-point games in their Nuggets careers. So how we play this, Voja will now say his guess number of games for Wilson Chandler, and then Wade will give me his guess, and then Pete will say more than both of those 2 guys, fewer than both of those 2 guys, or right in the middle. So Pete has the sort of a tiebreaker at the end, and he can just choose the value there. So, Voja, what is your guess for Wilson Chandler and his number of 20-point games?
Let's go 56.
Oh, by the way, these are the top 9 guys.
Yep.
In the Nuggets history since 2015. So 56 for Voja. Wait.
No, for me, that 0-point game is his last game as the Nuggets sticks out to me.
Yeah, but he only played for 48 minutes. So
yeah, you know, he didn't. Oh yeah, well there was overtime too, so I guess he did come out for a little
stint.
stint.
18 season.
Yeah. And this is since 2015, 2016, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
2015, 2016.
Right. 16, 7. Oh, Jesus. I'm not sure, man. I actually think it was, the Voja is right. It's 17, 18, because that's the last season they didn't go to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. No, I was saying
he was talking about
this is when these numbers started.
Oh, yeah. 15, 16 is the start. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to just go 40 flat.
40 flat. Pete?
Under 40.
Under 40. So 39 or fewer. And Pete is right because the correct number is 26. Now remember
3
that
years. My God.
15,
16, 16, 17, 17, 18?
Yes, 8.
My
three
God,
seasons. Yes,
I overestimated
26.
him.
So remember this number 26 because the next guy is going to have more than that. So Wade, we start with Paul Millsap and you.
This is cheating.
It's like an inside joke that I look like Paul Millsap. All right, so more than 26. Let's see. I'm gonna go 35.
35. Pete?
I'll say 32.
32. Voja?
I'll go over.
So 36 or more. And Pete gets this one as well because it is 30. 30 games for Paul Millsap.
I'm overestimating these guys. What the hell?
In 4 seasons.
What?
4 seasons, 30 games for
It was like our
Paul
biggest
Millsap.
free agent signing at the time. That's all he gave.
Well, remember, he missed half that first season with that ankle injury or the wrist injury.
I know, but like 20 games, that's like what, like quarter of a season, and he's been a starter for like 3.
Yeah,
4,
and they've been playing some playoff games as well in this in those years.
God.
But it is what it is. Pete, Danilo Gallinari. So more than 30.
I'll say 35.
35. Voja.
65.
65. Wade.
I'm going to go in between because he was their leading scorer for that 1 year.
Yeah,
So-
you got a big margin there to
Yes,
work
a big
with
margin
from
too.
36
Yeah,
to 64, and this is why you're right, because the correct answer is 47. So 47 in only, if I'm not mistaken, only 2 seasons
I'll be right at one
on the
point.
Nuggets in this period. So 47 in 2 seasons. We are back to Voja. Aaron Gordon, more than 47.
Jesus. 75. I don't know, man. I'm overestimating, but he averaged, I don't know, whatever, 75.
Wade.
Where did we land at with Gallo? 47?
47, yes.
I'm going to go 60.
60. Pete.
I'm going under. I'll say 54.
Oh, 59 or fewer. It's what you need to say. And Pete,
Okay.
you're right again, because it is in fact 52. 52, just 5 more than Danilo Gallinari. Okay,
Jeez,
we are
man.
back to Wade.
Yeah, I'm making
Wade.
some adjustments here.
Gary Harris. So more than 52. Gary Harris.
I'm going to go 58.
58. Pete.
64.
64. Voja.
Over.
Over. So 65 or more. And the winner is, where am I? Wade is the winner because it is 54.
Oh,
So
nice.
Wade 54, just 2 more than Aaron Gordon for Gary Harris. Now we are back.
He averaged
to-
20 a year. What the hell?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
I
one
know.
season averaging 20
Yeah, I
points.
know. It's like it's 80.
Well, he was like
games.
right there at 20
Yeah,
points per game.
17, 18 was his only great season.
Yeah. Then he
The
just
season
fell
that
off.
got him
My God.
$80 million, and then he was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. Pete, Michael Porter Jr.
I'll say
for more than 54.
60.
60. Voja.
67.
Wade.
Yeah, I think it makes a jump here. So I'm going to go over.
68 or
Damn
more. And Wade is right because it is 120 point or more games
I
for
figured.
Michael Porter. So now we are back to Voja with Will Barton.
Say 120 for MPJ?
100
Oh,
on
100.
the nose.
I'll do, for Barton, I'll do 110.
110. Wade.
Oh, man, this is tough. 'cause
By the way,
he's-
Pete
man.
and Wade have both 3 points in this game so far.
Okay.
Very,
So
very.
it can be tied. If I
It
somehow
could
win.
be a tie. I don't think it could be a tie. It could be a 3-way tie. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. It could be a 3-way tie.
So Barton, what did Voja? Is that
110.
110?
From Voja, yes.
MPJ was at 100. Barton played a long time. I'm gonna go 122.
122, Pete.
I'm going under both.
So 109 or fewer. And Pete is right because it
my
is
God.
only 104 games for
Yeah, he
Will
still missed a
Barton.
lot of games, even though he
Third.
Oh
was
yeah,
there.
he
all the time.
did.
I know, but I was off by like 6.
yeah, of course. This is why this game is dumb, but you
It's
know.
excruciating.
This is you switched it up from last year too. Like when I watched season 2 episodes, I was like, oh, okay, this is very different than how I searched through Basketball Reference. So
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that. This is tough.
So wait, this is your chance to get a tie with Pete, and your question is Jamal Murray. These last two are honestly the hardest one to guess.
Yeah, because this is gonna. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 215.
215. Pete.
225.
Oh,
225. Voya. Voya, yes.
Oh, let's see. First year, not that much. Over.
Over. So 226 or more. And if you believe me, guys, it's 228. So this is a point for Voya.
Wow.
Great job. Great job, guys. Like amazing guess by Pete. 228. Amazing guess by Pete, and Voya gets the point. And now we
That
are
was
back.
last week too. Like,
Yeah.
not me. Like, I wasn't guessing right, but it was...
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I make the games the way I feel. So, Pete, the easiest question of them all. Nikola Jokic.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Well, let's see. It's pretty rare that Jokic doesn't score 20. Trying to think how many games he's played since then. I'm just gonna guess 515.
515. Voya.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good guess too. How many years? Got like 4 years since COVID. Couple of years before that. 520. Honestly, like it's a really good guess.
520. Okay, Wade.
so we got 520 and
15.
So it's either over or under, probably.
I'm going under.
Under. So
He's in the 400s.
14 or fewer. And the right answer is 447. So Wade gets the point, and we have a tie.
Nice.
Wade and Pete each have a half of a point. I wanted to be evil and say nobody gets the point, but I'm going to give a half a point.
Well, yeah, they
to
should
both
get
of
either
you.
1 point, like both won a game.
You know what? You might be right. It's fair. Yeah,
We'll see how the rest of it plays out.
We are changing the rules on the fly. Yeah, 1 point for Wade and 1 point for Pete. So we'll see what's gonna happen at the end. And Voya is super casual because he knows this is already his last.
Well, I still want to win. I'm not
qualified.
Screw that.
You're trying to get your payback from last year.
Yeah.
So before we take our break, this is the whole list. So you can see the sharp jump from Gary Harris to MPJ, then another sharp jump from Barton to Murray, and then a pretty significant jump from Murray to Nikola Jokic. 447 20-point games. Don't take this guy for granted. Okay, it is time for our second break, and after that, we'll do game number 2. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back. Now this is difficult because both Wade and Pete won this game number 1. I'm gonna do a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch your brother by his toe. If he screams, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Off you go. Okay, Wade starts game number 2 based on scientific fact of eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I hope I did not mess that text too badly. So game number 2.
It, honestly, it's in English.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of TV shows and movies from America, including the kids ones as well. So, yeah. Okay, wait. Game number 2. You will start with it, and it is Jamal Murray single game career highs. You know, I really knew that this would be the show we've been talking about Jamal Murray's extension, and there you go. Like there was no shuffling of games. I promise you that. It's just too much work for me. So, wait. I'm going to give you, I believe, let me see how many, 9 different categories. And you will try to guess again the exact number of single game highs for Jamal Murray, both in regular season and playoffs. So, Wade, let me just fill out the this spreadsheet for me, so it's easier for me to see it. Wade, and then Pete, and then Voja. So, Wade, what is your guess for career high in single game in minutes played for Jamal Murray?
I'm gonna go 58.
58. Pete?
60.
60. Voja?
In my head I had 59, but I'm not doing that. It'd be funny if that's what
Yeah,
it was.
just go in between. It's all good.
I'll do less.
So 57 or fewer.
Yeah.
And Voja is right. 55 is the correct answer. Voja gets the first point. We are moving to Pete now. And the question is most field goal attempts in a game. Oh, by the way, the 55 minutes was in the 4 overtime game in 2019 versus the Portland Trailblazers. The game in which Nikola Jokic had, 65 minutes?
64, something like that.
Yeah, something crazy.
All but 3 minutes of that game, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was -3 or +3 or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course he was. So Pete, most field goal attempts in a game for Jamal Murray.
27.
27. Voja?
32.
32. Wade?
Maybe I mixed up with Jokic. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Oh, that's tough. I don't think he's ever taken 30 shots in a game, but I'm gonna go under both.
Under both, 26 or fewer. And I'm actually evil because Voja got it on the nose. 32 is the correct number.
Oh, wow.
Exactly 32 attempts. And it was that same 4 overtime game in 2019. He had 32 field goal
I was
attempts.
thinking the Lakers, but
yeah, and they lost that game. Okay, so now we are going with Voja, and the question is most field goals made in a game by
21.
21. Wade?
Can I pick the same answer? Can I also say 21?
You can say 22 or 20 if you want to be really close.
Let's say 22.
22. Pete?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he made 21 against Cleveland with the no free throw game.
That's what I'm thinking about.
So I don't remember if he made more in the bubble in any of those 50-point games. So I guess I'll just guess 23.
You guys are too good at this because it indeed was the game versus Cleveland, the 50-point game with 0 free throws. He was 21 of 25, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So Voja is getting this point as well on the nose. I should have given you 2 points for the exact number, but I didn't because twice.
No,
We'll
it's
see.
it's still fair.
We can use it as an extra tiebreaker at the end if everything goes to hell. Okay, we're going back with Wade, and the question is most 3-pointers made in a game.
What was his?
Oh man. It's just making me look bad for him to, he's my favorite player for up until the last couple of years.
Not all
I'm gonna go 9.
9. Pete?
8.
Voja?
I think it's 9. I'll go with 10. I mean, I think it's a Cleveland game.
I believe there's 20 guys already that have made 10 or more 3-pointers in a game, which is pretty crazy to think about. But the exact number is 9. It is Wade's point.
Yeah.
nine
You
3-pointers.
beat me to it now.
Yeah, so I guess I do know. I guess I do know him then.
Yeah. 'Cause I was trying to do math on the 50-point game. I'm like, oh, it's nine times it. 3.
Yeah, so I was thinking I was
plus
like 27 points or 3. That sounds about right.
Yeah. So, Pete, most free throw attempts in a game.
18.
Okay. Well,
14.
Wade,
I'm gonna go under.
13 or fewer, and Wade is correct again because it is only 11, and he did it 5 times. By the way,
Ethical.
Jamal had 9 3-pointers 3 different times. I forgot to mention that one, which is pretty interesting. 3 different times, 9 3-pointers in a game, but never had more than 11 free throw attempts. I guess he should drive to the basket more. But
Cleveland was
I
probably
know.
8. Cleveland game was probably 8.
Could
And
be.
that checks
Could be.
out.
Voja, we're back with you. Most rebounds in a game.
Oh, what did he have? Let's say 12.
Wade?
Oh man, 12 is a good number. I'm gonna say 11.
Pete?
13.
You guys are just too good for this game. It is exactly 12. Voja with another bullseye.
That's the final.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Bullseye. And this is what I was thinking. Like, Voja get it from the jump, and then Wade says, "I think that's actually correct." And
Yeah, like
he's
that.
correct
That's
too.
3 4 times in a row now. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Let me go
Wade.
first on his turns.
So Wade, this is your most assists in a game.
Wait, when's Peter?
Oh, wasn't this Peter's first guess right now?
Yeah, I just guessed first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Wade,
That's my turn. Okay.
I was thinking that my spreadsheet is working fine, but you never know.
All right, most assists in the game. I'm gonna go 13.
13, Pete,
14.
Voja.
I think it's 15. Well, higher.
Yes, and it's exactly 15. Again, you guys are just too good at this game. Although I have to admit, this is kind of an easier game because it's not like a huge.
Wait to Jamal.
Yeah, especially with Jamal. Yeah. So we are back with Pete. And Pete, your guess is for most turnovers in a game.
11.
Voja?
8.
Wade?
I'm gonna go in between.
In between, which means 9 or 10. And Wade gets this one because it is exactly 9.
Nice.
So after 8 questions, Voja has 4 and Wade has... No, Voja has 5 and Wade has 3. Okay. So Voja gets this one, but before we finish the game, we have the last question. And that's maybe the most interesting one for Voja. The highest plus minus in a game.
Oof.
In a single game for Jamal Murray.
What the hell did they have that? What blowouts did they have that he was a part of? I want to go with plus 32.
I like how you said plus 32 because, DNVR guys would just say 32, and that's just not correct for the plus minus statistic. So plus 32 from Voja. Wade?
I'm gonna go 36.
Plus 36, if I can correct you.
Plus 36. Sorry, you just said that, and I did the same thing.
You have a tiebreaker here.
Well, I'm confused because I was going to say minus 32.
No, highest plus minus. So
So it
highest
has to be
plus
positive.
minus. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
it's positive one. The highest plus minus, the most positive plus minus of Jamal Murray's.
I'm
career
sorry.
in a
What did
single-
Wade say?
30,
Plus 32?
Plus 36.
No, so 36 for Wade and 32 for Voja.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go in between.
In between, so between 33 and 35, and this goes to Wade because it is in fact plus 37. And that's a 4th point for Wade. Voja has 5, so Voja
Yeah.
wins this one, which means that everybody has 1 point each. So that means that, well, we'll see what the last game gives us, because it's a possibility there will be a tiebreaker in the last game as well. So I'm not going to announce anything, but it looks like right now that there will be no tiebreaker, because everybody has 1 point and there's one game left. We're taking our last break, and when we return, we'll do the last game. Don't go anywhere. Here are the numbers I promised you will see, and the games where those numbers happened. So yeah, the highest plus minus was in a game versus Phoenix, of course, in October 2018. Who else than Devin Booker? Plus 37 in his face. Poor Devin Booker, man. He's so lovable. Like,
What?
I don't know why we're doing
Where's
this.
beanies in the summertime?
Yeah, I know. It's a bad look. Okay,
I got the
last
biggest
game.
Devin Booker hater here.
Last game, per usual. Can I have your full name, sir/madam? This is Wade's least favorite game, but he will have to play ball again, and Voja will start with this game. So what this game is, I made up a 3-part full name, which consists of first name of one person, and then the second name is a mashup between the second name or the last name of the first person and first name of the second person. And then the third name is the last name of the second person. So basically, if I ask you that the first person is the first guy that got paid playing next to Nikola Jokic, and the second guy is the most handsome DNVR Nuggets guy who is not called Miroslav, and your answer would be Gary Harrison Wind. So, Voja, first clue in first combination is for you. The first person is a former NBA player born in 1991. So, former player that's only 33 years old. The second person is a fictional character from an HBO TV show.
I'm trying to think of what you would put here. Let's go next. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, Wade.
Yeah, I don't know who this could be. It's funny, like I couldn't get anything from this game last year, and you decided to make it even harder.
So, let me tell you something. These are pretty easy. You'll see the ones I prepared for semifinals and going forward.
Oh my
so
God.
these are pretty easy, actually.
I'm gonna send a DM to Dan and see if he can help me out, but I'm gonna pass for now.
Okay, Pete.
Pass.
Okay. Second clue for Voja. The first person went to the University of Memphis and spent 2 years there.
Okay.
The second person is the Italian-American mafia boss.
Will Bartoni Soprano.
That is correct. Will Bartoni Soprano. That is correct. 1 point for Voja. Let me just put it in writing so I do not forget it. Okay. Second combination is for Wade. Very good. Very good. And starting from the semifinals, I will give 2 points to everybody that gets it in the second try, and 3 points for somebody that gets it on a first try. So it will make it more intense, I think, and also make this game extremely important, because this is how I roll. So Wade, second combination goes for you. The first person is an NBA player born in 1999. The second person is not a person, it is a global event.
A global event. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. All right, I'm on to something here, but I'm going to pass for now.
Smart. Pete?
So this person's 25. I'm going to guess Michael Porter Junior Olympics.
Okay. I see what you did there, but I don't see any overlap between the names that could make this possible. So that means it's not the one. Voja.
Oh, let's see. Now pass.
Okay, Wade. Second clue for you. The first person went to the University of Oregon and is now listed 7-3. The second person is not a person, but a global event that was once a local event started in the 9th century BC.
Seven three, born in '99, and he's in the NBA now.
You know who it is.
Oh, come on. No, Josh, stop it.
I'm like blanking out on if and watch this be like a very obvious answer.
Oh, Pete's going to get this one.
Well, I don't think I know the second part.
Oh, okay. I think I got it. Bo Olympics.
That is correct. Ball Olympic Games is correct.
Okay.
And look at this beautiful graphics.
Super overthinking that one at first.
They just slide together like peanut butter and jelly. Ball Olympic Games is correct. So Wade gets a point as well. And I just noted that. Pete, your chance to make this a complete crapshoot of a show and tie everything up. The first person is an NBA player born in 2000. The second person is an actor born in 1956.
I don't know.
Fair? Well,
yeah, pass. I need
Wait.
a second clue.
Yeah, when it gets to the actors, I'm just like, I definitely should just watch more film because I don't do it enough. But if it was music, I would have a better shot. I'm going to pass for now.
okay, second clue. The first person went to VCU University for 2 years. The second person's famous roles names are Terry Benedict, Vincent Mancini, and Jimmy the Saint Tosnia.
Oh boy. Well, I don't watch enough movies, but I know who the player is, but if I only have half the answer, that doesn't give me points, so I guess I'll just pass.
Smart.
Say Nashawn Highland D. Garcia.
Yes, Bones Highlandy Garcia or Nashawn Highlandy Garcia is the correct answer. And Voja wins this game thanks to this combination. And yeah, the last clue was the first person played for the Denver Nuggets and the LA Clippers so far in his NBA career. And the second person is a star of movies like Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead and Godfather 3. Bones Highlandy Garcia. So, guys, this was a really fun show, and I have to see now how to determine the winner of this show, because Voja, as I already said, is not eligible to be a winner. I mean, he will have 2 wins to his name that will help him in the semi-final round starting first, yada, yada, yada. But now I need to figure out how to break the tie between Peter and Wade. And let me see if I can see that in the tiebreaker game.
I mean,
well,
I have more points in game 2, so, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I unfortunately have to go back to the tiebreaker game where Pete had one more point in the tiebreaker. So Pete you can call him a lucky loser. You can call him a loser if you want. I don't care.
That's the night. That's the night.
Yes.
No,
so,
I'm sacrificing the L now to get the win later.
So that means that Pete is gonna come back next week if he is available to come back. By the way, I don't know. Are you on a ship somewhere next week, Pete?
I made sure to be off next Saturday. I'll be there for you.
Oh, okay. So even if that means the safety of U.S. coast booth. You are just gonna be there for the show next week, guys. Any closing thoughts before we go?
I mean, I guess I can start. I just want to shout you out, Miroslav, for putting something like this together and keeping consistent with it for as long as you have been, and creating a space for the fans to interact and have some fun talking Nuggets basketball. I mean, DNVR as well as a whole, but yeah, just shout out to you for putting something like this together. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Pete, when are you lazy bastards gonna do another show of Four Corners?
Nothing in the works right now. It's been pretty busy over here, so I can't promise anything.
Not even for Jamal extension? Come on, man.
Sorry.
Okay, well.
No, thank you for having me again. It was great. It's probably my last one from Nebraska, so I'll see you on the other side, and hopefully I'll have some time to get in on that.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out when you're coming back, because we have 2 more shows in the qualifying round, and 3 weeks from now the semifinals will start, and we'll just try to figure out when is the best date for everybody. And I'm curious to see if somebody will be tactical about it, like picking their opponents for the semifinals. I don't know. This is how I would go with it, at least. Okay, so this is all I've prepared for you this week, my dear listener. And please, pretty please, with a cherry on top, take the word prepared very loosely. Be well, be safe, be kind to everybody. Call your mom. And until next week, Greg Whittington.